That you've had a lot of success. You're also the most, you've got the most victories here of any professional driver to come here and get another #1 qualifier. It's got to be a good perk for your early season here.
Well, it's a good way to start off with GXP. As you alluded to, Brainerd was the last time I qualified #1, and that was the first race for my first GTO. And as I told the guys, I hope this isn't an omen. We'll qualify #1 and have a bad season, but no, things have really started off well with this car. Early on this season, we were making good power. I believe we had the fastest GTO out there at the first 2 races, so that was kind of an omen that we had at least adequate power to qualify in the upper half of the field. This car seems to be a little quicker in the back half, so that's where the mile an hour is coming from. We ran 2:11 flat at Valdosta a few days ago, and that was with the car. Their scales weren't working at the time, so we just guessed at the weight at the shop. And we were actually 25 pounds heavy then, so we figured, God, you know, this could be pretty exciting here. But no, we're happy. Guys on both teams, Kurt's guys that concentrate on these ACDelco Cobalt, and my guys that concentrate on GXP, have been working back and forth on both cars, just kind of get them used to what real teamwork is about. I think we're off to a good season.
Is this what happens when you give those seasoned drivers a brand new car to play with?
Well, I don't know what do you mean by seasoned driver?
Well, I didn't want to say
Well, yeah, you take a new car and you've got to figure it out. And this car is a little bit different. We've never built 2 identical cars in our life. Kurt's Cobalt, we made some changes in that from the Cobalt and the GTO. That early on looked real good. So we had the same. We got a basically identical chassis, just a little different envelope over them, and that allows us to work back and forth a lot closer than a lot of the other teams.
Kurt alluded that you guys found some horsepower there in the off-season. It's very evident here in the first couple of races.
I don't know. If he found it, he didn't tell me about it.
So did, with your engine programs, are they the same? I mean, or are they 2 totally different engine programs?
No, they're the same program. I do all the cylinder heads and intake manifolds and carburetors. Kurt and his crew do all the short blocks, the assembling and the dyno tuning of them. And we've got, I don't know how many of these engines at this point in time, but we're always working on new stuff, and we always try to build at least 2 of everything. So if one does pan out to be significantly better, in fact just a little bit better, at least both cars got access to the same power level.
Well, if you didn't get the memo, you guys picked up horsepower in the off-season.
Oh yeah? I thought we just got the car figured out. First 2 races, we were the fastest GTO out there by a significant margin, and Kurt's Cobalt, I believe he was the fastest speed-wise on the Cobalts too, so it was a case that we honestly feel that the GXP is superior aerodynamically. We're going to be in the GM wind tunnel on Wednesday this coming week, and going to compare the existing GTO that we ran against this GXP, so we'll have some real-world numbers and find out where these 2 cars sat in relation to each other. Before, the Cobalt was just slightly better than the GTO, and I think we're right now a pretty even playing field.
Lord knows what you'll find when you go into that wind tunnel.
Him and I will be the only one that knows.
Anything else for Warren?